most basic fundamental in the game of hockey is skating. The importance of skating is not just focused around speed, but around every element of the game. For instance, if a player has a problem losing his puck when pivoting or controlling the puck while making crossovers around the net, the majority of the time it'll be due to improper skating skills. Balance, a proper skating posture, and learning the mechanics are essential to power development and puck control. You must be able to skate correctly, or the game of hockey in its entirety will not function properly. Gary Reeves first noticed this in the Canada-Russia series of 1972. He was amazed at the Russians' speed and agility on the ice. The Russians were very hard to knock off their feet, and their puck control and passing were excellent. After watching the tapes over and over, it was evident that their superiority lay in their skating skills. Gary has spent 20 years developing his pro skating hockey skills program. With it, he has tutored a number of young hockey players who are now playing in the NHL, Junior A, and university hockey. In this tape series, Gary brings his experience and expertise to you so you can watch his proven techniques in your own home. So, let's get started.
Well, I'd like to welcome you to our advanced session now, and I've brought a few of my students, the advanced students, along to help me out. Ryan, I'd like to introduce you to Ryan, Walter, and Josh. All right, fellas, we're going to get underway here. I want to start off with what I call an in-stride stop. Now that we've taught the basics in stopping, an in-stride stop is a stop that's made without telegraphing your move. I've always said that a good hard stop is probably one of the best evasive moves in hockey, and we have to treat it as such. And the key is not to let your opponent or whoever is chasing you down the ice, let him know that you're about to stop. And the only way you can do that, of course, is by, again, continual stroking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these students skate to the blue line, and I'm going to have them, they're going to attempt anyhow, they're going to attempt to stop in stride. Now again, if somebody is following you, and if you break stride and take a glide, such as I'm going to do right here, if I'm about to stop and I break stride and glide, then stop, I've taken all the advantage away. The key is not to let the person chasing you know, or the hockey player chasing you, know you're going to stop. So what we're going to do right now, Ryan, I can start with you. I would like you to start off with the hash marks over here, and I'd like you to skate as close to that blue line as you possibly can. And the key is within mid-stride, as you're stroking, within mid-stride, make that stop. It's a very, very difficult thing to do. It takes a lot of practice, and I'll see if Ryan, see how close Ryan gets to this. Go ahead, Ryan. All right, not bad. Do you want to try it, Ryan? Ryan and Ryan. Go ahead. All right. Go ahead, Walter. Okay. Walter had a little bit of a problem there. Walter, what you did is you turned the one skate in. In other words, when you made your stop like this, so you didn't get any stopping power in this skate here, okay? Make sure, Walter, every time you make a stop, get that outside edge working. Bring your skates over in this manner, all right? Try not to drag it. It's a habit. The only way you get yourself out of a bad habit, of course, is to work at it, okay? Go ahead, Josh. Let's see you try it. Okay. Now, Josh, wasn't a bad in-stride stop, but I noticed when you come into your stop with a lot of heel motion, almost like an arc, okay? Make sure you twist your hips, and you come in, twist your hips fast, and from here. Try not to get that heel motion in when you stop, all right? You've got to dig those skates in very hard. So this, I'd like to remind you that it's a very, very difficult stop to make. Even the boys that have been doing this all year long, they're still in need of an improvement. However, that's how you get better at anything. You have to work at it, and work at it.
Remember, a good stop is one of the best evasive moves in hockey. In order to use a stop as a good evasive move, you must remember not to telegraph the stop. Don't break stride or set yourself with a little glide before you stop, which is the same thing as saying, "Get ready, I'm going to stop." As you're skating, your upper body must turn into the stop while the skate is thrusting. If it's done properly, your opponent cannot match your stop and you will gain a full stride to your advantage. This will take a lot of practice.
From here, I would like to go on into the pivots. Now again, a pivot should be executed with a very, very tight arc. The tighter the arc, again, the better your pivot. And again, the other thing is, too, when you make your pivot, is not, don't let your opponent know that you're going to do it. Don't break stride, go right into it, and cut as tight an arc as you possibly can. Now, when you make a pivot, the key is, if you have a high rate of speed, the key is a braking motion. Never come into a pivot with one skate out in front of the other and make that great big arc. I call that the balance beam. When you have one skate out in front of the other like this, you are actually on a balance beam. So don't do this. When you come into a tight pivot, don't put one skate out in front of the other and make that great big pivot. Because if you do, you can see my arc went from here, way out here, and over here. Well, that's not a very good evasive move. Because whoever's chasing me could just cut in front of me and take me out of the picture, and you know where I'm going to be, flatten my back on the ice. Now the key is, as you're coming in, use the forward skate. You have to bring your hips around quickly. Use your forward skate with a slight braking motion, and then you come in with a little push with the heel after you brake. The inside skate gives a bit of a pivot, and your stick actually, again, points the direction where you're going to go. So your stick is going to come under to trap that puck. The closer you trap that puck, the tighter your pivot's going to be. So always remember, come into it with a braking motion. I'll do it slow motion. Brake, push, and then you come out of it in this manner here. Now, again, I just want you to watch the position of my stick as I come around. As I brake, I come around the pivot. My stick is way down here. Notice my knee bend, and then I'll come out in a forward crossover. Now I'm going to have the boys try this right now, and I'm going to have them reverse every pylon, go forehand, backhand. Now remember, a slight counter lean also. Do not lean way over into the pivot. Always remember, a counter lean, it's very, very important that you don't lose your balance. I come under like this, there's a slight counter lean. I have all my body weight on top of the supporting leg. There's the key right there, on top of the supporting leg. If I lean over, I could be in trouble because whoever's behind me can just help me go the rest of the way. So always try and keep a tight counter lean. All right, guys, let's try going through these pylons. First of all, we'll start from the right-hand side first. In other words, you may be on your backhand, whatever way you shoot, you may be on your forehand. But go to the right-hand side, reverse all the way down the ice. Okay, let's see how we do that. Good braking motion. Down low. Go ahead. Excellent. You got the stick. You can see he's bringing the stick around, trapping the puck very well. Go ahead, Walter. Good. Stick down. Don't get your skates out in front, Walter, too much. Go ahead, Josh. Don't get your skates. Don't lean over too far, Josh. Okay, now you see what happened. I just said to Josh not to lean over too far. Now there's a fine example. What happened? Josh leaned way over, and his boot actually hit the ice. Okay, Josh? Now I know that you can do a lot better than that because I've seen you in action before. However, this is good because I would like to see you guys, believe it or not, make some mistakes out here because now I can correct you, and this is what's going to help another hockey player who sees this video or a coach who's teaching. So the key is, again, if you get this way lean over position, you're going to fall over. So always remember, counter lean.
Remember to use a braking motion with the forward skate to slow you down when making a tight pivot. Use a slight counter lean with the inside shoulder up slightly. Stay low to the ice. Remember, your stick always points the direction of where you're going. In order to control the puck while making a tight pivot, you have to trap it.
Now, this is a drill that all defensemen should be able to do. It's not an easy drill, but it is a very, very effective drill. If say a forward comes in, he throws a shift, and he has you going one way, and you have to get back very quickly the other way. It's a backward crossover with a stop going into the opposite direction. In other words, a stop is helping you get into the opposite direction as quickly as you possibly can. What I like to do is I like to have some of the boys demonstrate this right now. And again, I'll start off with Ryan, you're out there first. Would you just cut back and forth, make your stop. Remember to keep the good knee bend, stay down as low as you can. Extra low, because there's where the center of gravity has to be kept really, really close to the ice, okay? Go ahead, Ryan. See, Ryan's coming in, he's making that hard stop. He's got a quick lateral movement. Very good. Excellent. Okay, next. Go ahead, Ryan. You notice he's getting both inside and outside edges of his skates. All right, next. Go ahead, Waller. Hit him hard, Waller. Hit him hard. That's it, the other way. Waller's having a little bit of trouble stopping in the opposite direction. He's going to have to work at that. His lateral movement is very good, though. Okay, Waller, you're getting a little bit better as you're going along. You'll have to work at that opposite side where when you're stopping, having a tough time. Go ahead, Josh. Let's see you do it. Hit him hard. Cut, 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 cut. Hit him hard. Cut, cut, cut. Hit him hard. Okay. Very good. All right, this drill is used when you have to come out of the offensive zone very quickly. And the key is, of course, and in particular, if you're a defenseman, watching as a player is breaking out real fast, you can't get back fast enough by just backward skating, so you have to turn, skate forwards. Then you think of backward skating into a lateral move. And the idea of the lateral move, of course, is if you want to keep that guy towards the boards, you have to kind of, I call it closing the barn door. You just kind of edge him to the boards, force him, leave him enough space to get through, and that's when you come into a forward crossover and you pinch the guy in the boards. So the drill in slow motion would go something like this. If I have to come out of this zone very quickly, I'm going to turn, I'm going to skate out, I'm going to make a turn, push him behind me, lateral movement, pick the inside skate up, full crossover, and take the man off the boards. Of course, that's all done in slow motion, but these hockey players have done this numerous of times, so I'm going to have them go right into the drill right now. The key is, of course, guys, is remember, as you make that lateral movement, you turn your upper body, your stick comes around right into a push-off and into a forward crossover, and then you can pinch that guy on the boards. So we'll just do the drill first, and then we'll go one-on-one. We'll have a guy coming out. We'll do a few of those and see if we can get a good shot doing that. All right? All right, let's start off again with Ryan. I want you to just make that turn, lateral movement, forward skating. Now make sure your stick goes into the turn on the ice. That's where the puck is. Go ahead. Turn, lateral movement, push in, and onto the boards. Stay this side a little bit more, Ryan, okay? Turn, lateral movement, stick up, and into the boards. Okay, give a little harder push. Start over here a little bit more, Walter, right in here. That's it, this side thing. Go ahead, turn. No, Walter, you're skating into the... Oh, it's not a bad turn, Walter, but what you're doing is I want you to go straight out. Don't cut into the man yet. You want to give him that ice service. Don't try and skate him off, okay? Go ahead, Josh. Turn, lateral movement, forward skating, good. Now, the next time you do that, Josh, try and get both hands on your stick. Point that stick right around in the direction you're going to go. Now, what I like to do now is I'd like to have one of you guys coming over here. Ryan, would you just come skate up the boards here? You've got the puck, so to speak. Ryan, you just skate out, and you try and take him and pinch him on the boards. Now, remember, immobilize him. Over. Now you take him out. That's the idea. Good. There goes my... All right, let's try it again. Waller, Josh, go ahead. Turn, lateral movement. Now you take him out. Oh, Josh, come on now. You're pussyfooting. You straighten right up when you're into him. You got to go into him with some gusto. You're way up high. They're going to knock you down. Try that one more time, Josh. Let's see you get right down into it this time. Get those knees bent. All right. Turn, lateral movement. Now you got them. Okay, that's the idea of the drill. Make sure that you don't cut the ice right off. Give him room to go through. Keep him to the bars. Give him that space. And then when you have that angle just right and he thinks he can get by, that's when you come in with a forward crossover. And again, remember, the stick points the direction of where you're going to go. It's a big crossover and you take the man out. All right. Okay, there comes a time when we have to make evasive moves without turning our back on the play. This happens, of course, a lot in a power play situation where you have the, say the defenseman coming in, receiving a pass. Of course, the offensive team has a box set up, or the pyramid, whatever, and he may get that pass. Somebody might come out at him. He has to make a turn to make an evasive move, skate backwards. He may have to come forward again, but all the while he's watching the play. He doesn't turn his back on the play because there's going to be a sniper that's trying to get in front of that net, of course, for you to get that quick pass over to him. So I have a little drill that's devised so that we make these little moves going in and out the pylons without turning our back on the play. So all these evasive moves are going to be made in this manner. I'll go through this pylon, the first pylon. I'll make a turn. I'll go backwards. I'm facing these boards at all the time. Forward, backwards, and forward again. So all my moves were made, of course, facing these boards. So that if I happen to be a defenseman picking a pass up over here, I pick the pass up, somebody's coming at me, I might have to go backwards, I might have to go forwards again, keep my eye on that net. So I'm going to have the boys try this one, and make sure, guys, that you keep your eyes over here. There's the net. Those boards are going to be the net, okay? So let's see you make that move. Go ahead, Ryan, you can go first. 2 hands on your stick. You got the puck. Always remember you got the puck. You notice Ryan brings a stick around each pylon. He does not let the pylon go underneath the stick. Now that's a key because those pylons, each one of those signify a man. And the moment you let that pylon go under your stick, you're in trouble. So he cleared the pylons, brought a stick around. Let's see you try it, Ryan. Turn, stick on the ice, you've got the puck. Okay, next, go ahead, Josh. 2 hands, around. Good. Go ahead, Walter. That's good, Walter. You're concentrating on keeping your stick on the ice. I like just trying to get down a little bit lower. The lower you are, guys, remember, the more control you've got over your body. The lower the center of gravity, the better your knee bend, you develop more power, and you're going to make the evasive move a lot better because of your center of gravity is a lot lower. You're going to have a better balance factor. So the key is keep those knees down as far as you possibly can. Now this is another drill I like. It teaches the young hockey player agility and of course a lot of flexibility on the ice. And that's what a hockey player needs to be a good stick handler. The idea of this drill is, of course, I'm going to come around on a forward pivot, and as I get halfway around that pivot, I'm going to reverse into a backward skating position, and I'm going to round the next pylon, the other pylon, in a backward skating position, and almost, I guess we could call it a backward pivot. But again, watch the position of my stick, as my stick always points a direction where I'm going to go. I turn, I clear the pylon, and I come to the next pylon. I do the same thing around, and in slow motion, that's exactly what we're trying to accomplish. Get a lot of agility on the ice because we're going to be making these moves somewhere along the line in the game of hockey. You want to try that, Ryan? We'll set you off first again. Go ahead, Ryan. Nice and low, stick comes around, backward, again, backwards, forward. It's not an easy move to make, and of course the more you work at these, the better and better you get. Go ahead, Ryan. Ryan 2, we'll call you Ryan number 2. Around, backward skating. Keep your skating going now. Turn and cut around. Never stop skating, whatever you do. That's the idea. Go ahead, Walter. Stick on the ice, around, backwards, nice and low. Your knees are coming down a lot better, Walter. That's very good. Quick foot movement. Watch the quick foot movement. Very good. Okay, let's go, Josh. Good. Okay, one little correction, Josh. I notice when you come around, try not to make a crossover. As you come around, it's a tight pivot. Around, both skates come around in a tight pivot, okay? I noticed what you were doing is you're coming around and making a little bit of a crossover and then going into the pivot. But you have to do it very smoothly. You come into your pivot around the pylon, around, both skates come around, and then you go the other way. So execute these movements, of course, with a lot of speed. The quicker you make that movement, the better your move, of course. Okay, this is what I call a variety drill. There's just about everything that goes in the game of hockey in this drill. We're going to start off, of course, with real quick stick handling going through the pucks. These pucks, incidentally, are designed to kind of hold their place. As you notice, if you touch it, it doesn't move. You have to really give it a good push, and the reason why is I've taken some small little finishing nails and they kind of dig into the ice. So coaches, if you ever want to get through a tight stick handling drill, and you're not going to, so you won't have pucks going all over the place, just try this and sharpen the end of those little nails there, and you're going to find that that's just going to stick right into the ice and really hold its position, and it's not going to move too easily. It'll move a little bit, but it's not going to go all over the ice. So that's a good little thing to remember if you're going to do these drills with pucks, because we always have trouble with pucks going all over the place when we do these drills. Okay, so we're going to start off now with Ryan, and we're going to go all the way down through this maze of pylons, and you'll notice that they're going to be doing a number of different things as they're going through these pylons. And in other words, they're not going to be stereotyped to doing just one drill. They're going to finish a drill, and they're going to have to get into another evasive move immediately. So this is a very, very good drill to get the young hockey player into doing things in a very agile way. So let's try that, Ryan. We'll go through here first, and then just in and out the pylons and all the way down the ice with those quick crossovers. Now he's going to make the big pivot, big turnaround, another tight pivot, quick cross. Now he goes forward through those pylons in a forward skating position. Now forward, backward. Good. Now backward, continue backwards, in and out. Continue. That's a boy. Now around the net. Now the quick crossovers. Quick crossovers. Quick crossovers. Now backwards. Backward crossovers. Okay, now. Okay, Ryan, now what you did wrong there, and those weren't backward crossovers, those were backward stops and reversing direction. So just do the backward cross cuts, okay? Tight cross cuts all the way down. Okay, go ahead, Walter. That's it, round, backwards. Okay, next, go ahead, Ryan. As you can see, the puck doesn't move too far when you do hit it, so go ahead, Josh. Okay, quick crossovers, quick foot movement, quick foot movement. That's it, now backwards, backward crossovers. Quick foot movement, quick foot movement. Now backward, backward crossovers. Now the backward hockey stop. No, that's a backward snowplow stop, Ryan. The backward hockey stop. That's it, backward hockey stop, Josh. Good. Good, Josh got that backward hockey stop in real good. Always remember, guys, when you have a high rate of speed, this stop, this backward snowplow, just isn't adequate enough. You just can't stop fast enough because it's a snowplow stop. When you're in a backward skating position at a high rate of speed coming down here, you've got to turn in, do a backward hockey stop. That's the quickest way to stop when you have a high rate of speed. Okay? All right. Okay, we're going to get into circle drills now. And of course, these circle drills are going to be a little more difficult, as a matter of fact, a lot more difficult than the ones in the basic course. Of course, we don't want to attempt any of these drills unless we're good skaters. I won't even try anything like this, of course, in the basic sessions. Now, what the boys are going to do is they're going to skate around the circle halfway, and then they're going to turn to the inside. They're going to turn to the inside of the circle. They're going to skate backwards, continue skating around again, and then they're going to turn again to the inside from the backward skating position into the forward skating position on the circle, and then they're going to do this circle and do the same thing. They're going to reverse back and forth from forward to backward skating on the circle, controlling the puck, incidentally. So the key is these boys have been taught all these maneuvers. Of course, we're going right into it with the pucks, but they've been taught all these maneuvers on the ice without pucks. So now they should be ready for the pucks, and we're going to see how well they do. Okay, gang, we'll start off again. Ryan, make your forward crossovers till you get to the hash marks. Remember, turn to the inside of the circle, continue skating around, and then come off the circle about that point at the back of the circle and turn into the forward skating position on the next one. All right? And then we'll finish up one more on this circle over here. All right, go ahead. Ryan's down good and low, inside, outside edges, turn to the inside, controlling the puck, very good. Now he comes off forward skating position. Go ahead, next, Walter. Turn backwards. Now he goes forward. That's it, good. Good, Walter. Excellent. All right, next, go ahead, Josh. Round he goes, inside, very good. You notice all the boys have got good knee bends. The center of gravity is nice and low. They've got a good balance factor, and they're able to make these maneuvers quite well. Okay, come right off of there into forward now. Attaboy. Turn to the inside. Okay, very good. Now that we've got the inside turn going, we have to do everything both ways in hockey. Again, I'll get back to that word agility. You have to have a lot of agility in the game of hockey. Being able to reverse directions either on the forehand or the backhand. Now the boys, what they're going to do is they're going to go around the circle this time, but they're going to turn to the outside of the circle. There's going to be a time when a player is going to be coming at you and you can't make an inside turn. You're going to have to make an outside turn as you're skating around the circle. So we're going to have the boys try this one right now. Keep in mind, gang, we're going to be turning away from the circle in each of our moves. Okay, go ahead, Ryan. We'll start off with you. Stick out in front very well. Turn to the outside now. Very good. To the outside again. All the way around. Now that's an inside. Try the outside. Go ahead. All outside turns. All the way around to the outside, Walter. Good. Go around. Turn it right around to the outside again. Get those knees down a little bit more. Okay, Josh. Now to the outside. Very good. Around we go. Turn right around to the outside. Very good. Down low. Get those knees down. Get those knees down, guys. Stay low to the ice. Go to the outside. That's good. Turn to the outside again. Very good. Now to the outside again. All right, as you can see, these drills aren't easy. It's very difficult to change, of course, from the inside position to the outside position. But, of course, in hockey, we're just not stereotyped. We have to make all of these moves. We have to do everything equally as well, going to the outside or to the inside. All right, guys, very good.
All these drills are designed to emulate ice situations that will occur during the game of hockey. By making a young player aware of the mechanics involved in offensive and defensive skills, he will be able to raise his level of play considerably.
Well, now that we've got into a lot of these evasive moves and the mechanics behind making them, let's get to one of the most important aspects of hockey, which is passing. Now, hockey's a team sport. The quickest way to get the puck down the other end of the ice, of course, is by head manning, passing the puck, and skating hard. In order to make a good pass, you got to remember something, that passing is something like a golfer on a putting green. You just don't pass the puck from the center of your body and pass the puck like this. Never hold the upper hand rigid, because if you do hold that upper hand rigid, here's what happens. I'm forming an arc. If I turn my stick over here, you'll see I'm forming an arc because I'm pushing with this bottom hand and the top hand stays up here. So if you're going to pass like that, you're actually passing on an arc, and you don't know where the puck's going to go. So in order to make a good, accurate pass, first of all, whoever you're passing the puck to has got to lead his stick out, so you've got a target in other words, to shoot at. Now, when you pass the puck, always remember the forehand, in other words, the bottom hand of your stick and the top hand of your stick should move in a straight line in this manner. No different than a golf or putting. It relates to every sport. It relates to every sport. So in other words, when you pass a puck, you pass the puck following through in a straight line like this. If you slap the puck and hold your stick in here, chances are the puck isn't going to go where you want it to go. Now, of course, equally as important is being able to receive the pass. Now, if I could have one of you guys over here, Ryan or Joshua, just pass this puck to me. That's okay, I'll just stand right here with it. Now, Ryan's going to pass the puck to me, and then watch what happens when I receive the pass. Go ahead, crisp. A little harder, Ryan. Just give me a little crisp pass. Now, you notice what happened there. I had no flexibility. I had no give in my stick. And this is one of the big problems we have in passing. We're losing the puck. It's bouncing off our stick. There was no trapping motion there whatsoever. So if I'm going to pass that puck again to Ryan, you notice he didn't make, there's very little noise on his stick. Now he's going to pass the puck back to me. Go ahead, Ryan. You notice how I trapped that? Very little noise. And this is what we should be doing when we receive a pass and shooting, etc. We'll get into this later on. We'll get into in-stride shooting. However, the key is to trap the puck, feather it nice and softly so that you can get that pass away or the shot away or whatever. Now, what I'd like you guys to do right now is just take two partners and stand about 20 feet apart, and I'd like you to pass that puck back and forth to one another. Okay? Now, we'll just do it on the forehand for now. All right? Now, what I'm going to be listening for, I'm going to be listening, see if there's a hard slapping sound. I want to see you trap that puck, and I want to see your hands come out together in a straight line. So when you pass, puck should be center of the blade, and of course you feather it right out. Go ahead, guys. Good. Very good. Good. Little less sound on the sticks. That's it. Now, when you're skating with the puck, of course, guys, you're going to lead the player a little bit. You're going to skate, you're going to pass, you're going to skate back and forth. But I think the key here is to just show the mechanics in passing. Make sure that you bring the stick in a straight line, bottom hand, top hand of your stick, no different than putting a golf ball on a putting green. Don't get into the arc. Don't hold your stick over here. And the other thing is, guys, try not to slap the puck when you pass, too. There's going to be times, now you're not stereotyped, again, in hockey to doing one thing. There's going to be a time you're going to slap the puck. There's going to be times you're going to do things on the unorthodox side. That's all accepted. But for all intents and purposes, we've got to get the mechanics down, the proper mechanics in doing these things in order to bring our game into that next level. I think one of the biggest mistakes I see when I go and watch a minor hockey game is I'll see a young lad going down the ice, and somebody's going to pass the puck to him, and he'll turn and he'll receive it on his forehand, bring it out in front. Well, the fastest team sport in the world, you don't have time to do that. When you receive a pass on your backhand, you give it on your backhand. In other words, it's pass, backhand. If I'm skating, receive it backhand. Again, try and get the puck to the center of the blade. And especially with the curved sticks, guys, make sure that you bring the stick over to trap it a little bit. You got a little more chance of trapping the puck than leaving your stick straight. So you're going to pass it over. You see, bring that stick over and trap the puck as it comes to you. So what I just want you guys to do is just try your backhand again. Watch the straight line. It starts out here and comes through. It's a follow through. Both hands come out. Straight line. Look at the target and follow it through. You guys want to try that a bit? Go ahead. Back and forth. Backhand only. And remember, follow a straight line. Both hands. Okay, just hold it right there. Ryan, I noticed when you gave your backhand, you did this, okay? Try and see if you can do this on the backhand. Try and bring the stick right across like that. In other words, bring the stick straight across, top and bottom. See, the better you do that, gang, the straighter the puck is going to go because it's leaving your stick in a straight line. So always bring both hands out like that. Never leave the one hand here and start from here and do that. Just come straight across with it. I'll try that again. That's it, Ryan. Both hands. No, you left that hand in. Bring them both right across. That's it. Straight line, though. All right. Okay, now this takes a lot of practice. Practice makes perfect. You can't learn these things overnight. You have to work at them and work at them and work at them. All right, we're going to get into the flip pass now. And as we know, this is a very, very important pass. Usually you make this pass if there's a 2-on-1 situation, defenseman puts a stick down. It should be executed with a quick little flip off the tip of your stick and not too high, just enough so that it come down and you can trap the puck and, of course, get a shot on net. So let's just try that on the forehand, guys. Right now, let's just do a little flip pass over these sticks, over this apparatus. That's it. Good. Flip it over. Good. That's the idea. Just a little flip. Good. Okay, want to hold it up? Now, of course, we could be going in on the backhand on net, too, so let's see if we can make that little flip on the backhand, guys. As a complete hockey player, we have to make all these moves both ways. All right, let's try it. That's it. Very good. All right, that's a little high. Just a little subtle flick from the tip of the stick, guys. Not from the center of your stick. That's a shot. Just a little flip from the tip of your stick. Okay. Well, that gives you an idea of what you have to do when you give the flip pass. It is a very, very important pass, so make sure that you work at these little things. Don't stand in the corner bouncing the puck off the boards all the time like most hockey players do. It's an absolute nothing thing. You should be doing all these little things to perfect. Now, as we've known, we've watched the Russians and the Europeans many times, and one noticeable thing that they all do is they use their feet a lot. Feet are very, very important. Using your skates, if you get poke check, using the skate to bring the puck back up onto your stick. And I have a little drill that I have the boys work at where they drop the puck into the skate, bring it out to the side, up onto the stick, all the way down the ice. And try and reverse the skates, fellas. Try and kick it up the right skate, left skate. So what I'd like you to do is just go once down the ice, and I'll send all of you down, and just wait there until you're all and then we'll all have you come back one at a time again, okay? So just wait down the other end till everybody's finished. Okay? All right, go ahead. Let's see you try that, Ryan. Drop it in. That's it. Down you go. Up. Right skate, left skate. Go ahead, Josh. That's it. Go ahead, Ryan. Kick it up. Try the other skate. Go ahead, Walter. That's it. Okay, want to come back now, Ryan? Kick it in. Get as many as you can. Okay, next. Drop her down in. That's it. Out in front. Very good. That's the idea. Quick foot movement. Very good, Josh. Excellent. That's it, Ryan. Get her behind. That's it. Right skate, left skate. Attaboy. Kick her right up there, Walter. Get her right up on your stick. All right. These are all little things that we can do when we're standing in line or we've got nothing to do. You can always play with a puck. Get it in, play with it, get the tip of the stick, bring it in, kick it out. Play with that puck a lot, guys. Gretzky does it all the time, and that's why Gretzky's so good at handling the puck. He's just amazing. What I'd like you to do now is, we've done a little pivot drill where we spun around, brought our stick in. Well, let's do a little pivot drill this time. I've seen Savard make this move a lot. Seen Lemieux do it quite a bit. Of course, Gretzky. I want you to go in onto the blue line, and I want you to drop the puck on the backhand between your legs as you're coming in, and then come around and pick it up on your stick. We've done that one before, haven't we? You want to try that, Ryan? Just another move. Again, we're getting back to agility, being very good on the ice and doing everything. That's it. Kick it on. That's the idea. Now that's the backhand. Okay, go ahead, Josh. That's the idea. Forehand, backhand, okay. Go ahead, Ryan. That's it. Get down low, bend those knees. Go ahead, Walter. That's it. Come around. Just a little tip of the stick. All right, this time, gang, when you come back, let's see you try that on the forehand now. Make the same move because you could be in a forehand position. You're going to have to make that move. So let's see if you can do it on the forehand. That's the idea. You notice how Ryan's using the tip of his stick. Very soft hands, using the tip of his stick. Very good. Come on, Josh. Again, tip of the stick. Just the tip of the stick. Forehand. Oops, you went backhand that time, Josh. Haha. You started off on your forehand, but you're cheating. Go ahead. Work that forehand. Very good, Ryan. All right. Make sure the puck comes with you. Attaboy. Very good. Tip of the stick. Excellent. Very good. That's it, Walter. Nice tip of the stick. Very good. Forehand is excellent. All right. Again, this is what makes a hockey player. He's able to do these things in a split second. You have to improvise when you're on the ice, gang. Always remember that. You have to improvise. You have to read the situation, anticipate, and you're going to have to do things very, very quickly.
For whatever reason, many coaches get into all types of systems hockey, forgetting the most important basic of the game. That is, putting more emphasis on passing and receiving a pass. Remember, a play is only as good as a pass given or a pass received. These passing drills offer some basics to help achieve the success of systems hockey.
Okay, now stick deking is an art. But before we can make a stick deke, there's one thing we have to do. We have to learn to use the tip of our stick. We've got to be able to control that puck with the tip of the stick. We've got to lift that stick right up and be able to move that puck into our feet and out and around. I have a little drill here that's a lead up to the stick deke. I call it the figure 8 drill. And I'm going to have the boys go through this drill, and you're going to see that when they do this, you're going to notice that as they come around from the outside in, they're going to bring the puck right in with the very tip of the stick, around, backhand, tip of the stick. And they're going to repeat this a number of times so they can get the feel of the puck. You've got to have soft hands. You've got to be very flexible with your wrists. and it takes a lot of practice. So before we even get into stick deaking, I want the boys to try this first, because you have to do this before you can make a stick deek. Okay, go ahead, guys. Round, tip of the stick. Bring her way around, tip it in. That's it. Never use the flat of your blade. It's always the tip. That's the idea. Bring it right in. That's good. Good soft hands. Forehand, backhand. Again, we do everything as hockey players. As a complete hockey player, we have to do everything both ways. Very good. Now, as you can see, when you do this over and over and over and over, the puck just becomes glued to your stick. And that's very necessary when you're going to make a stick deek, because when you make your stick deek, you have to actually make that pretend move. The stick comes out. As the defenseman puts his stick out to try and poke check you, you just tip it under, lift your stick, receive that puck, and then you skate around him. Okay, now the next step. Now that we've learned to use the tip of our stick, we've got a good feel with the puck on the stick, I would like these young hockey players to skate through this little apparatus that I've designed. It's excellent for doing a stick deek, and I'll show you why. As I'm coming in, I'm a right-hand shot, and of course, as we know, if you're coming down on a defenseman, you have to make that pretend move, you see. You have to bring the stick out, make him believe you're going to go that way, and as his stick comes to check you, of course, you just tip it under, you pick it up, and you go around him. Now, the idea of this drill is I'm going to ask each one of these young hockey players to approach. If I'm a right-hand shot, I want to keep my body on this side, so I can make the pretend move, reach out, tip the puck under, and come around with it. It's an excellent drill. I would like them to just do it, of course, on the forehand, and then we can do forehand, backhand. So I'm going to ask you guys to do that. Just do it slowly first, and as we get better, things will speed up. But always remember, reach the stick out, because that's what you're going to do. You're going to pretend you're going to go this way, and then you're going to pull the puck under, okay? Under his stick. Try that, Ryan. Walter. Next, a little more tip, Walter. That's it. Soft hands, Ryan. Very good. Oh, excellent. That's what I like to see. Try it again, Ryan. Very good. Very good. That's the idea. Little tip of the stick. Reach that stick out a little bit more. Get your body on the other side a little bit more, Josh. You were just a little too close. Keep the body. Remember, you got to reach your stick out. Reach your stick out, and then you tip it out. Let's try that one more time. Hold on a second, guys. Let's try it from this side now, coming into the camera this way. Try it, line up over here. Okay, let's try that again. Body on one side, tip it under. A little more tip. That's it, almost. Go ahead, try it, Ryan. Okay, the last one was good. That's it. All right, we got the last one good. Go ahead, Ryan, I'll straighten this out. All right, try it again. All right, you pulled the puck over to one side a little too much, Josh. What you did is you got yourself a little tongue-tied here. You come way over here, and then you had to try and reach it out. So just do it. Be very deliberate. Reach over here, tip it under, and, of course, as you repeat that. Do you guys want to try that in the backhand now? Because we're going to make deeks both ways. You're going to go to the forehand. You're going to go to the backhand. Let's see if you guys can do that on the backhand. Again, keep your body on one side, reach the stick out as if you're going to go that way, and then you tip it under. All right, go ahead, Ron. Try the backhand now. Get your body on one side more. Okay, just trying to, now what you should do, Ryan, is you're just going into it a little bit. You're coming into the pylon like this. Try and do it over here. It's difficult. It's very difficult. You can't come too far over, but you're just going to have to practice that. Try that, Ryan, see what you can do with it. Very good, all right. Make that pretend move. Go ahead, next. Try to use the tip of your stick. Okay, now, go ahead, Josh. One more. All right. Now, let's try that pretend move now, guys. Make the guy believe that you're going to go, of course, where you're not going to go. It's a pretend move. And always remember, a deke, the better you pretend, the better that you can make the guy believe you're going to do something you're not going to do, the better your deke. So let's just try a little pretend move now and make your skates and make your body, everything go to that direction and then pull it back. Make the guy believe you're going to go there, okay? Go ahead, try it, Ryan. Throw it on your forehand, it's fine. Way over, that's it. Okay, next. That's the idea, way over. Go ahead, Rob. Little pretend move. Go ahead, Josh. That's it. Pretend move now. Little head fake, whatever. Make sure you make that pretend move. I've been a believer, of course, since I've been teaching these drills, that dekes are made in I would say three to four moves sometimes. Because first of all, you make the pretend move. It could be a head fake. A head fake. You come in with a head fake, and the guy say, "Oh, there's the fake. I know he's going to go the other way." So what you do, you come in with a head fake, and then you make the move to go the other way. He makes his move to go for it because you have him believing he's going to go there now. Then you bring it back. Okay? So, and the third move or the fourth move, however you do it, is the acceleration to get around the man. Always remember, once you make that deke, once you make that pretend move, that's only part of the deke. The finishing part of the deke is how fast your quick foot movement is to get around that man. So remember, your job isn't done. You've got to really move and use quick foot movement to get in behind the guy. What I like to do is I like to try some one-on-ones, just skating backwards. Now what I'd like you to do, gang, is I'd like you just to start off, we'll say from about here. Ryan, if you'll be the defenseman and start off as the defenseman, I just want you to skate back. Ryan, you got a puck? Okay, now what I'd like you to do, Ryan, we're going to do this with movement now. Now that we've got the feel of going through the apparatus, what I'd like you to do is I want you to skate backwards, Ryan, stick out in front. I want you to come, tuck the puck under, whichever way you're going to go, scoot around him as he's skating backwards, come around, pass the puck to him, and then you come back the other way, okay? So that he can do that. So don't get yourselves in a position where you're going to be hitting the boards. Always leave yourself some space. Okay, let's see you try that. Around, scoot around him. Okay, pass, backwards. Get around him. Okay, make sure that puck comes right under. Now you got to lift your stick. Always remember when you make a stick deke, guys, you have to, as he puts that stick, you bring the puck under, you lift your stick, and then you come around. The key is lifting that stick. All right, let's, Josh, Waller, you want to come over here? And I want you to do the same thing. Just skate back, and we can do it in unison, okay? All right, go ahead. Duck it under, scoot around him, pass. That's better. Make sure you lift that stick. Clear that guy's stick. Very good. Scoot around him. Very good. Tip of the stick, come around. Get it under. Okay, gang. Now, as you can see, the idea of this drill is we're using momentum. We're into the actual thing. Now, of course, we're not checking. We're not trying to check because we have to get the feel. We got to get the feel of approaching that player. We have to get the feel of where the stick is. Also, the feel of tucking that puck under while we have movement. And the key is, of course, is that little tip of the stick. I noticed some of us, we went into the skates, but that's fine. But it just shows us one thing, that we've got to be doing this more. We've got to do it over and over so that we can make this thing work. That's a goal. It's either a goal or no goal. If you make that deke, you're successful with it, it could be a goal. Okay, now we're down to nitty-gritty. One-on-one. Let's see how well the boys have learned their drills here. Let's see if they're using their soft hands to pretend move. And most of all, let's see if they're scooting around the defense the way they're supposed to be. Remember, that's the last move you make, getting around the man. Okay, let's try it. Let's try some one-on-ones. That's good, very good, very good. Brought that puck under very nice. Excellent. Go ahead. All right, lost the puck. Try it again. Practice makes perfect. Uh-oh. Oh, boy, we got to get in some puck control here. Go ahead, try it again. Take your time, guys. All right. Almost got it under. Made the right move. That's the idea. Tuck it right under. Make that pretend move. Oh, nice move. Very good. Very good, Waller. Let's try one more. One more, for good measure. Okay. Now, of course, on that last move, Ryan, what I'd like to have seen you do is after you made that deke, I'd like to have seen you accelerate, okay? You forgot to accelerate. And that's the key. That's the key. Making that deke, that's the first part. But don't forget the second part. The second part is scooting around that man.
Soft hands, quick movement, good anticipation. Gilmore, Gretzky, Yzerman, and Lemieux all have these. Now remember, a deke is a pretend move. The better you pretend, the better you deke. A good deke is never made in just one move. The important thing to remember is not to be afraid to make a little body contact and accelerate to get you around your opponent.
I would like to now get over into just the mechanics of the wrist shot, the good old wrist shot. I think it's probably the best shot in hockey. Certainly when you take a look at Gordie Howe, and everybody's still chasing Gordie Howe after all these years. Gordie, of course, used the wrist shot. In order to get the power from the wrist shot, gang, it's very important. The position of the stick, the hands on the stick. Stick handling position, as we all know, is about one hand breadth away. When you shoot a slap shot, of course, we get the hand way down. But when you're doing the wrist shot, it's only slightly below the wrist, the stick handling position. And I think the key is when you start, of course, your wrist shot, make sure that the puck, throw me that puck over there, will you, Ryan, please? Make sure you start the puck, of course, in the center of the stick. You're going to roll it up to the tip, so to speak, and you're going to get a lot of wrist action into it. But when you shoot a wrist shot, don't shoot your wrist shot from in front of the body. Make sure that it is behind slightly, okay? And the key is your shoulder is pointing at the target, actually. And the key is make sure that you push off on that back foot. You push off with your stick in an over position. You see that my knuckles are right facing the ice. My palms are way over. And as I make that shot, I'm coming through. I push off. Again, I push off. Now, when I follow through, I give a tremendous hard push. My stick comes over. My head comes down. I want to see that head come down. Because what you're doing is if you lift your head up after you make your wrist shot, you're actually backing away from the shot. I don't want you to back away from the shot because you lose all the strength in your upper body. It's all mechanics, guys. It's no different than a heavyweight boxer. When he punches, he starts off, he pushes off, the upper body comes into it, the arm comes into it, and of course the follow-through. Well, I like to see a follow-through also is after you, and I'm doing this with slow motion, of course, as you come through, upper body, pick that skate up, head down, and that stick has got to come through. It's got to follow through, like a golf swing. Big mistake I see so many times. It follows a pattern. When I watch the minor hockey kids shooting, I see a lot of kids coming in shooting, and they do this. They drag the skate, and they literally pull their upper body back. The other thing I notice they do also is they shoot square with the target. In other words, they're facing the target in this manner, and they get no upper body movement. Your shoulder actually comes into play. The stick comes back here, you follow through, and your head comes down with a good follow through. All right, what I like to do is see if I can get you guys to make a few shots here. And I think we could probably do it right from here. Can we get four pucks, guys? I want to keep away from the cameras. Now, if you like, we can just take a little skate in from center here, and I'd like to see a fire at those boards. Now, when you shoot the puck, guys, I want to point one more thing out to you, is make sure that when you want to shoot a high shot, get into the top right-hand corner, I would like you to follow through with your stick up. In order to get a low shot, you follow through with a stick in a lower follow through, but make sure that you follow through with your stick over, the blade of your stick over. And you'll find that when you do that, that puck will not leave the ice. Well, it may leave the ice, but it's not going to go very high. If you flick your stick up, it's going to go high. If you shoot with your stick over, it's going to stay low. You're going to find that out. Why don't we try a few shots on the boards? I'll start off with Ryan. We'll work our way this way. You guys got a puck? Okay, Ryan, let's see if you can follow through. High shot. Okay, not bad. I'd like to see you put your head into it a little bit more, Ryan. I noticed that you dragged your skate a little bit. I'd like to see that skate come right off the ice, get your shoulder right towards the target, and follow through with your, look at the target, of course. You look at the target. As you shoot, your head will come right down and out, and all your body will go into it. Let's see you try it, Ryan. Ryan, number 2. Okay, not bad. Go ahead, Josh. Excellent, very good. Go ahead, Walter. All right, good low shot. I noticed you followed through with your stick over. That puck didn't even leave the ice. And I'll tell you something, if you do that 10 times out of 10, that puck's going to stay right where it is. Goalie's going to have a hard time stopping it. But you have to do that in split second. Okay, let's try again. Let's try the high shot. Go ahead, Ryan. One more time. Head down, follow through. That's better. Go ahead. All right. Start your shot just a little bit more behind. There's good hard wrist action, though. Go ahead, Josh. Excellent. Hey, look at it. I saw Wendell Clark fire from just inside the blue line. He did the same thing. He fell right down, but that puck went right in that top corner. Goalie didn't even see it. So don't worry about falling down. The key is to get that shot away with a hard velocity. Go ahead, Walter. Good boy. Okay, guys, you got the idea. You're getting the upper body into the shot pretty well. There's room for improvement, and of course there's always room for improvement. And the only way we're going to do that is by going on the ice and concentrating on these mechanics at all times. Make sure that skate comes off. Sure, there might be a time when the skate doesn't come, you pick it right up, but the idea of that is it just proves to me that the follow-through is coming in, your head in the down position after you make the shot. You don't make your shot start out with your head down. You look at the target, of course. But always remember that follow-through is very, very important. Low shot, high shot. Another shot that we seem to have lost is the backhand. The backhand. You know, of course, with the curved sticks, I notice a lot of the sticks in the NHL, a lot of guys are starting to use straighter sticks now. I would say both Gordie Howe and Wayne Gretzky have scored so many goals on their backhand. And the key to the backhand, of course, is mechanics. Again, when you come in with a backhand, you've got to start off with your stick way out here, and then you kind of bring your skates in and you whip it into the net. I think a little drill I like to use on this is just cut in front of the net and bring the puck out onto the backhand, and then cut in. And as you cut in, bring all your upper body into the shot. Now, of course, we're going to be, some of us are right hand, some of us are left hand. So the right hand shots, let's start from here. The left hand shot, start from there. We all right hand? Oh, amazing. Okay, grab a puck, and I just want you to come in front of the net in this manner, cut out a little bit, come by, and then cut in with your skates and whip that shot in, if you can, the top right-hand corner. All right. Come up, back, way back. Okay, not bad, you got the idea. So it's more practice. That's the idea. Whip it right in, bring your skates right in. You got the force of your body and the shot. All right, down, get those knees right down. Go ahead, Ron. All right, a little snap there, but you got the right idea. Try and cut your skates in, and it gives you that much more. It gives you that much more power when you're making the shot, okay? As you're making that backhand shot, you're coming over here, you're cutting in, and then you bring that puck right up. And that cutting in motion actually forces your body and gives you a lot more power. Try it one more time, gang. Right in front, cut in. That's the idea. See how hard you whip that shot? You brought your whole body into it, your whole upper body. That's the idea. A little more intensity in cutting in. Whoop, you didn't have it on your stick there, Ryan, but that's okay. Practice makes perfect. That's the idea. That was perfect. Okay, gang, now we got the idea. See what I mean, Ryan? When you cut in, you had your body loaded. You're just like a cobra ready to strike. And that's what the whole idea is having your body all recoiled, ready to let that puck go. You had everything in the right direction. So that's how you get your hard shot. Now, guys, practice that backhand shot over and over and over. And that's the only way you're going to get it. Believe me. We've seen how quickly a lot of the NHLers and especially the Russians who brought our wrist shot back, incidentally, how quickly they get a puck away. Brent Hall, Wendell Clark. I mean, some of these guys, the puck just touches their stick and bang, it's gone. One of the big problems I've noticed in a hockey player coming in on net and receiving a pass, of course, is the pass jumping away from him, and then he has to, after it hits the stick, it bounces out, then he has to bring it back, and then he has to shoot. Well, if any of you guys ever played a racket sport, in other words, if you played tennis, and again, it relates to all sports, guys, relates to all sports. If I were to, I'm a squash player, and one of the pros told me one time, he said, Gary, wait a minute, the ball's coming at you, you're holding your racket here, and as the ball's coming at you, you're bringing your racket back and you're swinging. Well, you've lost all your accuracy when you do that. You have to be set. You have to be set. Shooting a puck is no different. And if you were to come in with a rigid stick and somebody passes the puck out to you and it hits the stick and then you've got to come out here, you have to retrieve it. Fastest team sport in the world? No, we don't have time to do that, guys. So what, we get back to the old trapping, okay? So the pass is coming out. I've got to get that puck as a trap. I'm here, I'm loaded, and I shoot all in one motion. So what I'd like you to do is I'm going to throw some pucks out to you guys, and I want you to trap that puck and let it go all in one motion. In other words, when you receive the pass, you're going to receive it back here, and you're going to fire immediately. So you want to go from this side here? Yeah, okay. You're right. I'm going to pass that puck out. I want you to trap that puck and let her fly at the same time. Oh, good. Excellent. That's the idea. Good trap. Very good. That's better. That's better, Ryan. Good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. All right, now, What we should be doing, coaches, is we should take our players out, have those passes, crisp passes fed out, so that they learn to trap the puck, all in the same motion, trap the puck, shoot. Trap and shoot. By stopping the puck here, bouncing out, bringing it back, and shooting. Fastest team sport in the world, we don't have time to do that, guys. Learn to trap that puck. Learn to come in, feather it, now you're ready to shoot. You've trapped the puck, and you're shooting all in the same motion.
Remember, when shooting a wrist shot, put a lot of weight on your stick and snap your wrists hard, keeping in mind the rest of the mechanics you've been taught. Your follow-through is of the utmost importance in determining the height of your shot. For backhand shots, remember that your upper body motion is very critical in developing added velocity. Gordie Howe, Doug Gilmour, Wayne Gretzky, the number of goals scored on their backhand will attest to their success.
I always say that I can give you the tools to work with. I can show you how to use these tools. However, you have to use them. To spend an hour a week under my instruction or coach's instruction, to spend 3 hours a week, it's not quite enough. Once you leave any professional instructor, you have to practice. And I'm a great believer in repetition. My drills are designed to repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. It's much like playing a musical instrument. When you start out, we'll say if you're playing the piano, you look at the notes, you hit the piano key with your finger, you look at the next note, you hit the piano key again. Well, this is starting out. But if you were to do this over and over, and you had repeat your scales, and keep doing these things day in and day out, what happens is mind and body begin to coordinate. Now, you can't go out and you can't think hockey, you can't think skating, you can't think of your evasive moves. You have to do them. And the only way you can do them is by repeating them over and over and over again. So it becomes second nature. You don't think about it, you do it. As you're playing the piano, after months and months and months of practicing, you look at the notes, your fingers go to the keys. Hockey's the same way. You have to go over these things over and over. That's what makes the Wayne Gretzky's. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Mind and body will coordinate. So hopefully the young hockey player will keep that in mind, and always remember, it's more fun to play a sport and play it well.